Welcome to another Shark Bites. Today we're going to have an out-of-date Halloween episode where I try to get you interested in the Darkstalkers franchise. This is a Capcom fighting game that has the title of First Anime Fighter, as the weebs say. It introduced to the genre air dashing and air blocking. It was a faster game when compared to the traditional fighters of the time, and more beginner friendly in my opinion. Look how different it is from Street Fighter. The fighters aren't karate dudes, they're monsters. Each one is so unique they could have their own game. I love the sprites and animations of the game. They were inspired by cartoons from Hanna-Barbera and the Looney Tunes. The games are usually about fighting each other in tournaments, because an alien wants to destroy the planet in the first two games, or a demon wanting to rebuild the universe in its image. I prefer the plot of the third game since the main villain Jeddah is more involved with individual character stories in that one, and these individual stories are where the game is at. You have a pop star cat girl who grew up in a circus, a rock star that made a magic ritual in a concert to turn himself into a zombie, anime Dracula, a Canadian Sasquatch whose tribe started liking humans when they showed them bananas, etc. If you want to know more about the story outside of the arcade endings, you have an OVA anime, multiple mangas, a comic book, and no cartoon from the 90s. Nope, it doesn't exist, don't Google it. The game uses a system for its cancels called the Magic Series. Basically you hit an opponent with a light attack and it can be followed by a medium then a heavy. If you played Marvel vs Capcom, it's basically the same system. Players can heal a portion of the damage they receive, so don't poke and run, get in their face and combo them. If you're blocking, you can guard cancel during a Shoryuken attack, or push block by pressing the attack buttons. The game rewards you when you stay in the offensive, so you can heal in gain meter, a meter that you can spend on cool EX super moves, and the cooler father of each trigger, Dark Form, where your fighter gains new moves and adds up new properties to the old ones. Don't worry about spending meter, the game lets you hold 99 bars, so share some with your opponent.
Bars!
Remember when I told you there was no cartoon from the 90s? I lied. That's why I discovered the franchise, on a video by Rebel Taxi. Since discovering this game, I went on a rabbit hole, like Alice in Wonderland, and found more games that it inspired, like Skullgirls and the Guilty Gear series. This was my getaway to fighting games, since the only thing I've ever played before was Street Fighter 2. I'm thankful for the journey this game put me in, and I hope I did it justice with this episode. If you want to play in 2022, go to Fightcade 2 to emulate the arcade version. The third game, Vampire Savior, is one of the more popular games there. There's also coming a fighting collection with all the games in the series, and a few ones that didn't have a home release from other Capcom franchises. Wait for reviews, and if it's better than the emulation, get it. They're advertising adding more emulation options like save states, and training modes, and a ranked system. One thing that I request them to add before it comes out is the push block mechanic. As it is, it's way too hard to pull off on pad. Pad players have to do weird claw grips to make it work, and it's not accessible to everyone who plays on that system. I would suggest making a macro for that. So, you wanna try it out?